Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice, and this is my embellished life. Today's episode, it's all about McCall's 7969. So if that's something you're interested in, let's get in it. You guys, this dress was not supposed to happen. Believe you when I tell you this. But here we are, and we're going to talk about it. So, after last week's episode, after I finished made the two baby dolls dresses, I said, that was all that I was going to make until I returned back from my mini vacation. And that was not the that was not the plan. That was not the outcome at all. So I did mention that I was going away for a few days, and I traveled to the island of St. Kitts. Beautiful island, beautiful. I will be back. I enjoyed myself immensely. But anyway, so I had a function to attend in St. Kitts. So I just decided to spend some extra days because we are currently in the Virgin Islands in our emancipation celebration, and the first Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are public holidays in August, and that is when we have a festival, other cultural events and celebration, and we really celebrate our emancipation from slavery, from the British. And anyway, so I decided, since that function was along the same time as the festival, why just not take the rest of the public holidays, and enjoy it in St. Kitts as well. And that's what I did, and I have no regrets about it. I enjoyed it. So this dress, McCall's 7969, that I sewed up last minute, I was on the fence. I already had a confirmed function that I had to attend, but there was maybe the possibility of me attending another one while I was there, and I wasn't sure. So I said, you know what? It's always good to be prepared. I'm not a Girl Scout, but it's always good to be prepared. So I said, okay, let me take another dress with me so I'm prepared just in case I do have to attend that function. So originally, I wanted to sew up this pattern, and it was McCall's 7742, and I wanted to do either view B or C, because I was thinking at the same time too, it's hot all over in the Caribbean, and I didn't want anything to be sticking on my body. I still wanted that flowy concept, so I decided that I wanted to do that pattern. But I ran into some difficulties and some unforeseen mishaps. The first one was that when I purchased the pattern originally, I didn't realize that I purchased the wrong size. I purchased the large and X large when I was actually supposed to purchase the small and medium. I don't know what I was thinking. I think at the time I was looking at my body measurements and not the finished garments, and I bought off of that. So when I was preparing this pattern, I was so happy because, I was thinking about the fabric that I want to use, and in the middle of preparation, and I was reading the finished garments after I opened up the pattern, and I'm like, wait a minute. If this is the finished garment for my bust and everything, you are going to be too big, way too big. Now, I know the tent dresses and the tent looks, it's a thing right now, but it's not for me. It's not very flattering for me at all. So I did not want that. And I was so disappointed because I didn't purchase the smaller size. But then I remembered that McCall's, they do have PDF patterns, and at the time there was a sale going on with McCall's for $3.99. So I was so happy. And I said, let me run on the internet. I purchased this PDF pattern because this is what I want to do. That celebration was so short-lived because when I got on the site, there is no PDF pattern available for that pattern. I could have cried. I tell. Oh my God. Talking about hopes and dreams just being crushed right before your eyes. I was so distraught. But then I said, okay, Patty, okay, Pat, get it together. We have some time. We have 2 days and you need to sort this thing out because you want to take something else just in case. So I knew that I wanted, a loose fitted dress. And I said, okay, this isn't hard to look for. There must be a McCall's PDF pattern in there that is on sale that you can purchase right now. And lo and behold, that's where 7969 came into play because it came up. I looked at it. I looked at Instagram to see some end results. I liked what I saw and I bought it. And here we are. So that's what happened. That's how McCall's 7969 came into being. Now, the view that I did view A, and McCall's, let me backtrack. McCall's 7969 is another loose fitted dress, yes. And it comes in multiple views from view A to view D. The difference between all the views is the design and length of the sleeve and the length of the dress. So I decided to go with view A because view A was, above just the length of the dress. I think it was at the knee because I did lengthen my dress. Not lengthen, I'm sorry. I did shorten my dress. And then the sleeves, there were large billowy sleeves that hits at the elbow. And I'm like, I could live with that. Not really what I wanted for the summer, but when I selected the fabric and my fabric was light and airy, I said, okay, I could live with you being at the sleeve. Besides, you are large and billowy, so we can live with that. So that's what I did. And the fabric that I chose in was this crepe fabric. Yes, this crepe fabric. And crepe, am I saying it right? Either way, that's the fabric that I selected, and I purchased it from Amazon. Yes, and I think I purchased 3 yards, so I knew that I had more than enough to complete this dress. Now, I did purchase a size large X large in the PDF because when I looked at the finished the finished garment measurements, I was like, okay, this is I can live with what they're telling me for the measurements at the time. In hindsight, I should have purchased the medium or even the small because I did had to go back and do some, and I don't think the small would have done, but the medium, because I did have to go back to do some adjustment to get it to where I wanted it to be, but we'll talk more about that. So I did all of that. I had my fabric, my light and airy fabric that was also suitable for the occasion that I was still contemplating whether or not I should attend. I had the pattern, and now it was time for me to put together. This is the part that I loathe with PDF pattern, but it has to be done if I need to use the pattern. But I must say, this is the first time I'm actually using McCall's in the PDF format, and it was absolutely brilliant. I have no complaints. They provided all of the instructions for, as if it was a commercial pattern, plus the PDF pattern. No complaints at all. The thing that I didn't like, to be honest, 52 pages I had to put together. That is what I don't like about PDF patterns. But anyway, I had to trim and put them together, but In the end, it was all sorted, and I cut it out, and we were ready to go with the pattern. Now, like I said, it called for 6 pattern pieces, but I only used 5, and that is because I did not use the neck facing. And I'm just going to put the skirt up so you can see the finished results. This is the skirt and the ending. And we have the billowy sleeve. So there are some large sleeves, and then the neck. So as I mentioned, I opted to use bias binding instead of the neck binding. And the reason being, at the time when I was sewing up the dress, I wasn't sure whether or not I enjoyed using the material. I By the end of the dress, I did get accustomed to it. And I think it's because I'm so used to using, medium weight type of fabric, my cotton, my denim, my linen, and stuff like that, that it took me a while to get adjusted to using this quick fabric. It kept sliding over the place, and I had to be mindful of, that and do all of that. And I didn't like it to begin with. So, for the neck facing, because I didn't want to mess with the fabric a lot, and I think I was getting frustrated. I think because it was the time crunch that I was on, I said, you know what, Patrice, forget this foolishness. We are going to use bias binding around the neck, and we're going to make it do what it do. So all around the neck, I do have, bias binding instead of the neck binding. And you know what? It came up pretty good. But I do think I'm going to make this dress over again in a different type of fabric, just to see the difference. I know that I want to make it over in the smaller size to begin with, just so that it doesn't have all of the extra positive ease, because I don't want all of that extra positive ease. So, yeah. So I used 5 pattern pieces instead of 6, and so that was one adjustment that I did. The other adjustment that I did was the length of the skirt. So the original pattern, I think the length is knee length, if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted the skirt to be just a tad bit shorter, so I think that I shortened it by, I think it was 1.5 inches. I did that, and yeah, I'm pleased with the length of it. Now let's talk about the fitting. Now this dress is designed to be roomy, spacious, baggy, whatever you chose to describe it as. Which is fine, which was something that I was going for to an extent. Now, I know that the oversized look is in, but for me, I do have to be careful of how far I push that envelope, because anything to me, in my opinion, that is extra roomy, extra baggy, looks like a tent on me, it's just not flattering to me. So when making this dress, when I tried it on the large, I realized that fit is not what I wanted, because to me, it just gave me that tent look that it was slightly pushing to be that tent look that I wasn't too crazy about. So I definitely know when I do this again, I'll have to definitely size down to a medium, just to get the perfect fit that I'm chasing after right now. I mentioned that the pattern is easy, it was easy to put together, and I did some adjustments and all of that. So how would I rate this pattern? To be honest, I don't have a rating for it as yet. I honestly don't. Reason being, I do want to try it maybe in a different type of material and a smaller size. But so far, I can tell you that the readability of the pattern is very simple. It's straightforward. It's easy to follow, and all of that. The makeup itself and the end result, not too sure about it as yet. I'm not too sure of the end result of it as yet. So I do want to try it again. I do want to make it again before I give my final verdict. I know that I don't hate it. I know that for a fact. If I hated it, you guys would have known that I hate it, but I don't. I'm on the fence right now. I'm in neutral territory about this pattern right now, which I don't want to be because I see so much potential in this pattern. So I do want to try it again. I think it's because in terms of the fabric, I think it's because I'm not accustomed to using lightweight fabric, which was one of my goals for this year. I did tell myself that I do have to venture out in using more lightweight fabrics. So I think it's because it's a new territory for me, something that I don't usually gravitate to. I think that was one of the main reason that I'm on the fence about this pattern. So I am going to use it again, try it again, and see what the outcome is, and you guys would definitely know. Even though I'm currently neutral about this pattern, one thing that I'm pleasantly surprised about is the sleeves. I didn't think that I would have loved the sleeves as much as I do. You guys know, because of this heat, I'm trying to avoid sleeves as if they contain leprosy. Sleeve and I are not on good terms right now, but somehow I'm pleasantly surprised at the sleeves. Now, the reason that I give this a chance is that the function that I was thinking about attending, I wasn't too sure of how conservative it would have been, so I didn't want to go exposing my hands and shoulders. But I also knew that I didn't want to be consumed by the heat. So I figured that this was the perfect compromise. You know, there's the sleeves, and they are not long sleeves. Like I said, it's at the elbow sleeve, but it's also billowy and big. So I would be able to still be cool in the dress because of how large the sleeves are. And there's the sleeve binding, which isn't elastic. In the photos, it did look as if it was elastic, but it's actually not. It's the sleeve binding, which wasn't too bad. I enjoy doing that as well. So I think this is actually my favorite feature on the dress is the sleeves. So what are my overall thoughts about McCall's 7969? I would say that this dress, even though I'm neutral about it at the moment, I still would recommend the skirt to be made. And beginner can make this dress. This dress is super easy, and it's quick too. When you guys know, I take quite a while to sew up some stuff, so it's a quick and easy dress. If you're looking for something that is cool, that would be light and airy and able to keep you cool, especially in this blazing heat that we are dealing with. Oh, Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Ooh. I mean, it's a perfect dress for the weather that we are dealing with, and I like the fact that it is versatile because, like I said, when I did check the hashtag, there were photos of it being used in different sort of fabric, which actually changed the effect of the dress completely. So for this dress, I used a lightweight fabric. So yes, I would encourage anyone to sew it up. It's quick and easy for whatever occasion that you have in mind this summer, and I know that you wouldn't be disappointed in it. Yes. All right, lovies, that is all that I have today concerning McCall's 7969. I hope you enjoyed everything that I've shared with you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and also follow me on Instagram, where you can be up to date with my other crafting shenanigans and whatever I've managed to get caught up into at that particular time. I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling and always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye.